Well, now we're going to move into our tech chats where we're going to pair up a founder with his or her investors. So this makes for a very dynamic conversation, I think. I kind of invented this to hear the stories between these two and how they got together and how they're scaling up and how they're facing the opportunities and the challenges and the milestones.
Oh, well, actually, we had a conversation back.
So please let me introduce myself. Actually, I'm doing technical things. I'm not the one who cooperate with other companies or our VC. But today they have another important meeting in otherwhere, so they just sent me here. So let me tell a story that we met just 1 year ago in the CUHK Enterprise competition. In the competition, I think we are quite lucky. We won the champion, and then we meet together, and then there's a long run between our company and HKX, and finally we make an agreement on the investment. Right, that's a very long story, and I remember we went to their office for many times, and they went to Shenzhen many times. So it's a very long period. And I think we are quite lucky to have them as our VC because we know Hong Kong X is a very famous VC local, and they have great academic background. Actually, many of our teammates graduated in Hong Kong universities such as HKST, CHK, and other universities, and we were studying in Hong Kong about mostly about 5 to 10 years ago, and then we went back to Shenzhen to found our company, to start our startup, and we think Hong Kong has great resources in academic, so we always hope to have connections with the universities and companies in Hong Kong. So we decided to attend the CUHK Enterprise competition, and we try to get more resources from Hong Kong. And then we met Jack and the Hong Kong X colleges.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's a good introduction, and thank you. So, I mean, is there anything about what he said that surprises you? I mean, anything that at all?
No, actually, so last year we met in CUHK Entrepreneurial Day, yeah, and yeah, why not just by introducing myself as well? So I didn't prepare well because I thought originally there should be an operator asking us questions. So. And
I thought you two could actually have a conversation with one another.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
And Hong Kong X, let's share with you our investment philosophy. We look into the deep tech companies and also tech elements, companies with tech elements, but have stress on applications. We have over 20 professors on our platform, and two out of the 3 co-founders who are professors actually. Well, one of them is Professor Lee, the chairman of DJI. I thought at the very beginning people mentioned about DJI number of times. Another co-founder is Professor Chen, and our third co-founder is Liu Shen, also the managing partner of Sequoia Capital China.
So what was it that actually led you to invest in VoiceAI Technologies?
Okay. Actually, we met VoiceAI not the first time in CHK. We met Wei Bing back in early 2017. At that time, I think he was still in the last companies with Professor Pascal Feng. Yeah. But the meeting was quite well. We have good impression on the team, but at that time, super really, early stage, not even have a business idea. But let's going back on how we decided to invest into VoiceAI because number one, we believe in AI, of course. AI can improve our world and replace many human capital. And then just look at the path of the image recognition. Say, for example, this is a great market, super big. Even though for the late startup, late in terms of timing, but let's say for the top 20, they can still earn some, hands-on profit out of the super big market. Even though we decided not to look into these image recognition sector, but still many business proposals came to me from time to time. They're a very young company, 2 to 3 years time, but still, the top line usually over 100 million RMB. So this is a good market, but also very competitive. But then we do market research and try to think about how about AI application in the other areas. Voice, say for example, or sound in more general terms. I think IVoiceAI Tech, very famous as well, and a super unicorn company. But they are specifically focused on the voice recognition, but not the voice ID. So we think the voice ID, in terms of it is more widely, how do you say that? Image, of course, we have eyes, we have many devices, cameras to capture the image, but also voice, the relatively underdeveloped area. I'm not quite sure if the market can be as big as image recognition, but we believe in this market. So the market we believe is big. And then also for the expertise, the PhD in the voice area, relatively less people on that. So, but the team, they started their focus and research area early. So we think that there is a lead time in this area. And then thirdly, well, they are not pure PhD from my point of view. Their thinking is very sophisticated and mature in a sense that not the pure college guys. So the conversation went well, and then they have some applications in the finance industry, for example. So it is a perfect example that they have deep tech elements and also have some real deployed applications that we can perform due diligence on. So I think we make the decision relatively fast. And right after we signed term sheet, it is our luck. I think at least five VCs tried to offer them term sheet. Right after we signed the term sheet, I think in 2 weeks' time. So it is our luck to be able to lead the last round. And then I'm not quite sure if it is a business secrets. They are going to sign contracts with one of the top 4 PRC banks very soon.
That's great. So, and Dr. Chen, what persuaded you to accept this investment from Jack?
You mean?
Why did you accept the investment? Why did you pick them?
Yeah, as I say, Hong Kong has great academic resources, and we also need support when we try to open the market, the Hong Kong market. So they will bring us a lot of opportunities. Yeah, I think this is the main reason. Another thing is the colleges in Hong Kong as we met, most of them were working in mainland and then came to Hong Kong. I think we have similar background. Yeah, so we have many things in common and we have a lot of things to share. Yeah, so I think Hong Kong is quite different from other VC, especially in mainland China. So some VCs in mainland China, they look at short-term income and short-term profit. So sometimes when I communicate with them, they ask a lot of things about finance, the finance aspect of our company, and they are quite hesitated sometimes. But Hong Kong doesn't. They invest AI technology for long-term consideration. So I think this is the most important thing we see in common.
So I saw you smiling when Jack was saying that they actually made a decision pretty quickly. You were smiling about that.
I think it's really quickly
Relatively quick.
compared to others.
Jack, comment?
Well, the others VC try to give them term sheet. Actually, they approached the company earlier than we did. Yeah, so it's a relatively time. And well, for us, it's good luck for us. For them, I'm not quite sure because the other VC terms are slightly better than ours, I think.
But it helped because you knew one another. You had a compatibility, right?
Well, I think in Hong Kong X we have resources from professors, and especially for Professors Lee and Professor Ko. They have very extensive resources in terms of hardware. For example, they need a good microphone for voice collection, and we have microelectronics technologies which can help them reduce their hardware size and make them can be deployed in different applications.
So you went in first, but then there were other term sheets. There were other investors who followed you.
Yeah, actually, in the end of last year, the government and several big banks they decided to apply the voice brain recognition technology. And before that, many of the VCs or other customers they don't think it is very promising. But after the government and several big banks in China decided to apply such technologies, these VCs suddenly turned their attitude to such technology and they came to buy us. But we think such behavior is not very good. I think they should be more patient. They shouldn't just look at the short-term income of the investment. So, but HKS is totally different. HKS, they
You wait.
yeah.
Understand the J curve.
Yeah.
You need times to to do product development.
Yeah. It's a long-term business, not just look at the short-term income.
Okay. So Jack, what are your expectations then of voice AI technologies?
Well,
Are they going to go IPO tomorrow? Are they going to go get acquired tomorrow? What are your expectations of the company?
I think the beauty of doing the really early stage investment is that we try our best to form our view, and then perform our due diligence and help the company to grow. Really having the concrete or the quantified expectation for early stage startup may make yourself feel bad actually. But for myself, I believe in this team because they have very strong execution power, and they know the market, and I think they are sitting on the next, very promising market. So, what I think for this investment, we'll earn more than 10 times at least.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that would be
hopefully
great.
it can be one of the signature deals for Hong Kong, because we really need deep tech companies, and then also hopefully maybe another sense time in voice area.
Hopefully.
That's great. What do you think about what he said? Another sense time.
I think these are different markets, but they have many things in common. Face recognition and voice brain recognition are quite different, but they can work together. And I think even at this moment, voice brain recognition, the market size is not comparable to face recognition market. But one day, at least we will be at the same level. Yeah, so we are very confident with the market.
Okay, good. I really like this because it really shows the importance of team, technology, and also sector. And you've hit it on all three. And so I really like that your company has really
Thank you very much.
showcased what it takes to get this kind of investment. And so congratulations to you,
Thanks a lot.
Thank
and best of luck. So let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Rebecca. So, should I go first?
Please.
Yeah, okay. So, hello everyone. So, my name is Tony. I am one of the 4 co-founders of INEX team. So, I'm glad to be here today. Actually, this is our second startup, and our first startup is actually started here in Cyberport, but that was like, I think, 15 years ago, very long time ago. So we're very happy to be here back again. So in next team, we created a product called Home Court. And Home Court is a basketball training app, new type of basketball training app that we hope to combine cutting-edge mobile and AI technology to bring new form of utility and joys to every basketball lovers in the world. So this is a little bit of my background. Do you want to? Yeah.
Thanks for the cue, Tony. So my name is Chibo. I'm with Gobi Partners. We're an early stage VC firm in China, Southeast Asia. In Hong Kong, we manage the Alibaba Entrepreneurs Fund. And so obviously here in Hong Kong, we've made numerous investments. Tony with Home Court is one of our latest ones, and we're very excited about it.
Yeah. So like, do you want to say like how do we met?
Yeah. Why don't you tell that story?
Okay, yeah. So I think we haven't met for a long time indeed. I think this is the second time we actually talk face to face, and the first time we met was I think it was in November last year, and that was was it November? Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah, I think it was right before a Jumpstarter, right?
Yeah, in it. Like, is it AEF sponsored?
Yes.
Yeah, Jumpstarter event, and we were invited to show a demo of our product there, and that was actually we felt very like being taken care of because AEF or Jumpstarter, they gave us a full half basketball court in the convention center so that we can just demonstrate our technology to everyone. Because what we do is that we have a phone that any like iPhone that you use, you just place it in a tripod and then you go shoot the basketball, and then we can tell you how good you are doing and how you can actually improve yourself. And that was the Jumpstarter event that Chibo and me met for the first time.
Yeah, so I think so our team went on a tour in California, right, around Silicon Valley. We were looking for interesting entrepreneurs that had Hong Kong roots. Right, entrepreneurs who were in Silicon Valley doing things that were in the high tech and AI space. Home Court came highly recommended. I mean, I think the team was originally out of Apple. They were in the Apple showcase. They got their seed investment from Mark Cuban. And Jeremy Lin,
a bunch of NBA
Steve Nash. Yeah, so I heard that and I was like, I'm sold, right? I'm a huge fan of basketball and the NBA, and I was just, when I met him, I was just like, okay, so if we invest, I mean, when am I going to meet Jeremy Lin, right? I mean,
have you?
Well, we went to the same school, but like, no, not yet. But no, Steve Nash too. So I think looking forward to the board meetings. But the team was based in Silicon Valley. They're all from Hong Kong, which is very interesting. Tony himself is based here in Hong Kong, and the entire IT team is actually here. And that's actually very surprising to me because obviously if you think about Silicon Valley, the engineers, the talent that's out there, why actually would you put the engineering team here in Hong Kong? Maybe.
Okay, right. So you mentioned that we're all from Hong Kong, right? So all four co-founders, four of us, we all educated and grew up in Hong Kong. So two is from Hong Kong U, and the other two, including myself, is from CHK. And we were lucky enough that our first startup get acquired by Apple, and then we went to the Silicon Valley to work. And I've spent 5 years there in the Silicon Valley, learning a lot of interesting things and how to run like scalable large projects. But it's really like we think that the best of us is actually creating and running our own company and building new products. So we decided we should just leave and then start a new venture once again. Sorry. So what was the question? I'm sorry.
So why are you in Hong Kong though?
Why Hong Kong, right? I'll have to admit that one practical reason is that we were all from Hong Kong. So we have some advantage here looking for talents because we have spent a whole kids and education in Hong Kong. We know a lot of people here. And I think one of the speakers in the panel said that there's a lot of talents here. That's true. But the problem is how you can get access to them, and how you can actually get them interested on doing something that you do. So I think we have no problem keeping connected with them. On the other hand, I think what we do, I hope that should be interesting enough to many people here because we're doing new consumer technologies, and it's pretty unique thing here. And our market is not just Hong Kong, not just around the region, but we have a global market. So which we are trying to attract more talents here. We actually got 3 people on board in the last 2 weeks. So we are expanding pretty fast here.
So how many people do you have here in Hong Kong now?
So we have roughly half and half in between the two places, US and Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, we right now, including 3 people that is newly on board, we have 13. Right, and most of them are engineers. So yeah, really great people here in Hong Kong.
And so Tony, I guess you're the CTO, right? So head of the
Not really. No. I don't know what title do I have. I'm a co-founder. I sometimes call myself software engineers. Okay. Right. We don't give ourselves any title at all.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, but I guess I think everyone in the audience is actually pretty curious. AI is obviously a very big topic, right?
Right.
The entire investment space. Obviously, AI is just a technology. It has a lot of kind of applications in vertical sectors, right? So you guys actually chose to apply it to a very niche kind of basketball setting, right? Why did you think that was interesting?
Yeah. So first of all, we don't do AI because of AI. Right, we don't look for the technology that we want to be in there, like any of the very trendy technologies, and then we think about what we can build there. We think about what we want to solve first, and the first startup that we build, we work on productivity. So work on spreadsheets, online spreadsheets, and it's mainly for enterprise use. And then when you get the chance to work on a second startup, you probably think about so what's the things that we're really missing from the first one? And the thing that we really miss is fun and being ubiquitous, something that everyone can use. All right. So still, not everyone play basketball, but basketball is everyone can understand what it is, right? And you probably have kids who play basketball as well. So we thought about that, and then we actually found that in the industry, there's anyone you guys may know playing basketball, go ask them what training tool do they have. They don't. They only have the ball and the court, and then all the rest is by yourself. So there's no tool there that can actually help them. And we immediately think that with the recent advancement in AI and all the technologies, mobile thing, we can easily, not easily, but we can definitely build a tool that can help them improve. So that's how we started.
Okay. So, well, that's why we invested too. Right. Are we out of time?
Got another comment? Go ahead.
Any questions? Yeah.
Well, we'll open it up for the floor.
Well, the floor says time's up.
Okay.
So,
That's great. Thanks.
but thank you, Chibo and Tony. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.